Hello everyone, day one, we're all stuck in lockdown. I thought I'll try something new, we'll learn something, try some online stuff. So this is me, this is my shed, and this is what I'm going to do to pass time. Got a KE20 Corolla here. She's nothing real flash, she's been a paddock car for 20 plus years and we're giving it a birthday. It hasn't had a great deal of love for a long time. The plan is, we bought it a few months ago, tidy it up, give it some fresh suspension, lower it a bit and use it for an autocross car. The bodywork needs a bit of work, so that's where I'm at the moment. I've stripped a couple of panels down. There's a bit of bog in one of the rear quarters. It's obviously had a rear quarter replacement at some stage. Tidied the bog up, sanded it back, filled some holes in the roof, the rear quarters, the B-pillars. I've done a rust repair on bottom of an A-pillar. I've got another A-pillar to go yet. We've got a little bit below the fuel tank filler. And then we're going to give it a paint. So, move my ugly mug out of the way and I'll show you the car. So here she is, Stinger, the event that it was built for a long time ago. The cars were all labelled and named, personalities if you will. We had, basically it was painted alternate colours, yellow black all the way around the car. So here's some of the rust down here. So we've got wee holes in here that we'll try and fill up. Here's some of the roof damage that I've already filled up. It's not flash, we had a big slice out of it here where it had been cut open for a previous roll cage to be fitted, and then we had bolt holes all the way through it, so we've sort of welded them up. And this is the repair in the corner I've done. We've cut a big section out here, put a new bit in. This front guard's off at the moment. We got, I'll have another attempt at this. This is just some small holes in there, but we'll fill that up. And this rear quarter has been replaced at some stage in the past, so I've stripped it back, stripped a lot of bog off it, tidied it up a little bit, and that's where we're at with that. She's nothing flash, just an old 4K, which is all it really needs. It's obviously on some little wee rally tyres that are very worn out. They'll all get biffed out. We'll put something a little bit less aggressive on it. New shocks once we get out of lockdown. But yeah, there's stage one. So it's a nice wee car. Deserves a little bit of loving because it's a bit of a survivor for what it's been used for in the past. It's done well to have survived this long without any major damage. The problem I've got at the moment is I've welded up the, obviously I'm not a panel beater, but I've given it all a go myself. Welded up the holes in the roof, and obviously I've put a little bit too much heat into it. This side's not too bad, but this side's dropped a bit with the passenger side's dropped a little bit with the heat that I've put in it. So trying to work out what to do. I've just bent up a little bit of rod, steel rod, and I'm going to effectively like a hood lining rod, similar, and I'm going to stick that in place to put a little bit of pressure, upward pressure on the roof to try and rectify that. May work, may not. Crash, we'll give that a go. So here we have my wee steel rod. It's just over 1 metre long with a wee bend at each end. So the plan is we'll stick it in the sort of roof gutter and force it in as tightly as we can. So here's the steel rod sat in place. It's not a great fit, we're not quite square, the holes in the roof weren't square, but hopefully with some upward pressure and tack welding it to the roof skin, I can rectify some of the dents in the roof. We'll give it a go. Well, there it is, rail welded in. I've blown one hole, we can see there. And we just had I had this wee downright just to keep it square while I was lining it up there so the angles went down into the gutters properly. We'll have a look from the outside. Well, it seems to have helped. Oh, that's still warm. It's not perfect, but it seems to be a lot less dented than what we were at before. So I'll clean it up, let it cool down a little bit, and I might slap some bog on it. We might fill that hole as well. Slap some bog on it and then sand it back. So I just filled up those holes, and as you can see, it is relatively flat. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So I've just mixed up some bog. Yes, it's on a side window, not for the Corolla, but another window. And we'll just mix it on. It's about time to call it a day. So let this cure overnight, and then hopefully tomorrow we can sand it down. I'll show you once I've got all the bog on that we're going tonight. So I've laid some bog on some bits and pieces, just so thin coatings over some bits and pieces so it can sit there and cure overnight, and a bit on the roof. So we can just tidy up the roof and sand that up tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get this edited and online, and let me know what you think. Cheers.